Well, it sure looked like the Blue Jays were going to cruise to a sweep, but then the Yankees, with their season on the line, had their stars step up, and they've got life, and we've got a Game 4.
So here we go, John. The Yankees again turn to the 24-year-old trying to save their season.
Yeah, and what he's trying to do is continue the narrative that he is unbeatable, meaning don't give the Toronto Blue Jays any thought that you're not on your A game. They saw him in a different light. They had some things on him. He's made some changes mechanically, and this four-seam fastball is so good that at the top of the zone, if he gets that call, he's going to have a really tough time.
That is down the line and a fair ball, and extra bases for George Springer to begin Game 4. Springer, who the Yankees have bottled up, has a double to start this ball game.
And that's why I said the first inning would be really, really important. He's coming off a historic game. He threw, it looks like, a two-seamer in, and there's a big difference between his two-seamer and four-seam fastball from a late life.
Third baseman McMahon plays in. Nathan Lucas to hit. Did not start yesterday, but did appear. The pitch.
Swings at the first pitch and a lazy fly ball to Trent Grisham in center field. Springer tags and hangs on.
Well, here's the boos you're hearing for Vladdy Guerrero Jr., and it's as much respectful as anything. 8 for 13 in this series, 3 homers, 8 runs batted in.
And I know they trust Cam, and good for the manager to have belief in that. But it would have been you wouldn't be questioning it if you walked him.
Pokes it down the line. It's a fair ball, and on a two-strike pitch, Guerrero serves it into the corner. 1-0 Blue Jays. 4 games, 4 times Vlad Jr. has made an impact. His 9th run batted in.
Vladdy Guerrero is one heck of a hitter. Here's Addison Barger, 1 for 7. You want to keep him quiet.
Cracks his bat. That's down the line as well, and in for another Blue Jays hit. 3 of them out of the first 4 hitters, and they've got him cornered. And the Jays getting off of the deck after taking that blow last night with a fast start offensively against Schlittler.
And this is why I was saying the first inning is so important. You have to impose your will. You got to say, oh no, man, this guy's on.
Here's his 0-1 to Kirk. Got under it. Austin Wells in the on-deck circle has just enough room. As good as a strikeout right there for Schlittler. 2 gone in the first.
Awesome series himself. If it wasn't for Guerrero, we'd be talking about him.
7 out of 12. Poke to left. Down the line. Bellinger a mile to go. He gets there. Cody Bellinger out of the blue to make the catch. One day after the Blue Jays defense deserted them, the Yankees defense shows up early. Bellinger saves at least 1. Louis Varland, after giving up those home runs yesterday, talked to John Schneider. He said, give me the ball. And so here he is, the 27-year-old from St. Paul, who they got at the deadline from Minnesota. Doubled, walks, scored a pair of runs yesterday. His best game of the postseason. Varland rocks and fires 1-1. Grisham gets under it. Sends it sky high. Let's see if Barger or Kirk have room. It's Barger to put it away.
A big hand for Aaron Judge, and it's well deserved.
Standing ovation. This was the matchup last night. This is the guy. This is the guy he hit the homer off of.
Everybody in baseball was marveling at how Judge was able to get to that pitch. 99-7. And he kept it fair and got it that high and got it to hit the pole for a home run. Tie the ball game. Here's a hard hit liner, left field base hit. Aaron Judge continues to swing a hot bat. He's now 12 for 23. He's 8 for 12 in this series.
And he's now 4 for 7 with 3 homers off of Louis Varland.
The captain is aboard, 1 out. That brings up Cody Bellinger.
Strike 3, blinks through a fastball. 100 for out number 2. Ready to face Stanton. He used that high velocity to strike out Stanton in game 1 with the bases loaded. Flied the other way. Santander to the corner. He will get there. An inning in the books in game 4. The Blue Jays are the 1-0 lead as Varland bounces back.
The conversations I had with some of the Blue Jays seemed to indicate they were looking to attack his fastball, Schlittler's that is, early and often.
Into right center field he goes. Judge is over to cut it off. Heck of an at-bat though. Doubles the number of pitches that Schlitter's thrown in just that at-bat alone. Ernie had a 4-hit game yesterday and is 7 for his last 8, making his name in his first trip here. Got an 0-1 from Schlittler. Pops it up, shallow left, Volpe's out, Bellinger's on, and Volpe with a nifty play. Over the shoulder like it's nothing.
Great jump. And he knows when he sees Bellinger, he looks to see if he's too close. He didn't want to collide, right?
Up the middle. Schlittler's got it. And he's got a 1-2-3 second. Chisholm, Goldschmidt, and Wells for the Yankees in this second. Lewis Farland getting a chance to get right back on the beam after giving up the 2 home runs yesterday. Here's his payoff. And he strikes him out. Second one for Varland. This is Paul Goldschmidt getting his first start for the Yankees since the first game of the playoffs. On a 2-2, he gets hit. Sinker gets away from Varland. And that'll be the last pitch that Varland throws. Schneider, the first of what'll be many walks. You're talking about Fitbits yesterday.
Yeah.
He'd be wearing one, racking up those steps today. He makes the call to the pen. Fluharty's coming in for Wells. Swings and misses for strike 3. Perfectly placed sweeper.
This should be Volpe's moment right here. He's had some tough at bats, some tough matchups.
Ooh, pitch up high and outside. Randazzo rings up Volpe, and Volpe's not pleased at all.
Cam seems to put himself back together after that first inning.
Yeah, gave up a double, then a fly out, then a base hit down the right field line, and then another base hit.
Nathan Lucas grounds one up the middle. Anthony Volpe, good hands, 2 out. Well, they're telling him don't lose your glove with the way it's going at the plate, and he has flashed it a couple times early in this game 4.
That is a great play. I don't think people at home know how hard this ball was on an in-between hop that could ride up the heels.
2 up and 2 down and a pair of ground outs, and now it's Vlad Jr. Knocked it around with a base hit on an 0-2 pitch his first time.
Pitch hit to the left side. Playing a tough hop is McMahon. Rears back, throws a strike in time. Well done. Good defense on the left side of the infield by the Yankees. 2 fine defensive plays, and of course Ryan McMahon will lead off. Here in the home third, 1-0 Toronto. This place ready to explode like it did last night. Boy, I tell you what, swing on and hit well. Right field. Then it's going back. It's gone. There's the moment where Ryan McMahon ties the game at 1-1. That is his moment. We got a new ball game, everybody.
And Ryan McMahon, one of the things we heard about him when he came over here, he might strike out a lot, but he loves that right field porch. And that's as big a home run as you can hit right there. Ties this game at 1 apiece here, and he's going down that gauntlet. He's skipping down that gauntlet.
As well he should.
The spigot went off of that, and he and Austin Wells have a very special handshake that's going on right now. Lefty on lefty, don't forget that.
Yes, good point.
Strike 3 called on the inside corner. Oh, a big call right there. Instead of the walk ahead of Judge, it is a strikeout. They get Judge with the bases empty. On a 3-1. He smokes one to second that catches Clement. Be wrong to say he caught it. Playing in the postseason for the first time in 3 years, Cody Bellinger making an impact. Hammers this ball in the air to center field, but Varsho is there to finish off the inning.
Barger told me today one tough thing about Schlittler is they call his cutter a cutter, but it really has the movement of a slider. Barger drives it left center field. On the run, Grisham. He won't get there. It's down on the grass. Barger around first and easily into second with a leadoff stand-up double.
So another hit for the Blue Jays. That's their 4th, and it ends a run of 8 consecutive retired by Cam Schlittler. It's Alejandro Kirk fouled out to Wells, the catcher, his first time up.
Shot to right field, right at Judge. Yeah, he shows off that elbow's doing okay. 1 on, 1 out in the tie game in the 4th inning, and Dalton Varsho stands in for the Blue Jays. Fly ball left field, Cody Bellinger. Back-to-back pitches to get back-to-back outs.
Trying to keep that runner at second in this 1-1 game.
And I think that got by everything. It's a wild pitch. Up to third goes Barger, and the count is 2-2. Go ahead run 90 feet away. Blue Jays 1 win from the championship series. He got him this time. His first strikeout of the night strands him in at third. Stanton, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt after New York tied it on a Ryan McMahon home run last inning. He's got a leadoff walk in the 4th.
So first walk actually for either side. Cam Schlittler has been clean in that respect on the Yankees side in this bullpen versus Schlittler Game 4 matchup.
Grounder to first, tough bounce, but Guerrero corrals it and starts a double play. 3-6-3. Vlad Guerrero Jr. has shown off every dimension of his game.
I'm telling you right now, that is such a difficult degree of a double play, and he made it look fairly easy.
And the 0-2. Popped up high, back of short. Andres Gimenez makes the call, staggering left. He'll make the grab off to his left, the wind impacting it again, but not phasing Dominguez. And two nice defensive plays make it a scoreless bottom of the fourth. Top of the fifth brings up Ernie Clement, Andres Gimenez, and George Springer against the righty Cam Schlittler. And Clement lines it out toward left field, down for a base hit. What a series he's having. The childhood Yankee fan is having a great series against the Yankees. He's now 8 for 13.
I'd be shocked here if Andres Gimenez doesn't try to sack him over to second base.
1-2 to Jimenez. Bouncing ball towards the middle and through. And both 9 hitters contributing in this game. Jimenez sends Clement to third. And they're at the corners with nobody out. And the top of the order coming up. And Aaron Boone has Fernando Cruz already going. Top of the order for the Blue Jays here in a tie game in the fifth, and George Springer, one of the top hitters in the postseason this generation.
Springer drives it left center field, moving back. Grisham makes the catch. Tagging at third is Ernie Clement. Throw goes into second, and George Springer has given the Blue Jays a 2-1 lead in the fifth with a sacrifice fly.
George Springer was all over that pitch.
Take what they give you. He got it enough to get that run in. That's his job, is to get the run in.
So now here's Nathan Lucas.
Somehow gets his bat to that. Goldschmidt lets it drop. Juggles for a moment and still gets the lead man. He's thinking about trying to get a double play out of that. He winds up settling for the 1 out and 2 gone in the fifth.
They leave Schlittler in, third time through with Vlad. Guerrero has an RBI single and a ground out.
He runs. Here's a pitch. Strike 3 called outside corner. Wow, what a pitch. Talk about dotting that corner by Cam Schlittler. His second strikeout. And that is a big one against one of the best hitters in the game, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Well, I said the top part of the strike zone was going to be a huge part of, I thought, Cam's success. He hasn't really lived up there much, but there's been some calls up.
Hit a cue shot down the third baseline, and it's going to get into left field. Barger is safe at first as he beats the shift. Turning around that curveball, a spinning grounder that just got out of the infield. It's an infield hit, essentially. A lot of heavy nodding from Austin Wells, and Boone is going to leave Cam Schlittler in there. It is worth noting none of the next 3 batters have gotten a hit off Schlittler so far. Kirk, Varsho, Santander are combined 0 for 6.
Took a first pitch curve and then a fastball chopped to first. A tag play at second. They've got Barger hung up. Goldschmidt running him down. Here comes McMahon. Flip it on to first. He just got the tag. Chisholm on the hip of Barger, who did all he could to play the game of pickle. But the Yankees get him.
Everybody, all hands on deck. There we go. Trent Grisham the lead off, followed by Judge and Bellinger.
Pulled strike 3. He took another one. A slider over the middle, and there's 1 out.
My goodness.
And they will walk Aaron Judge in this 1-run game. It's a risk. Now, pitching to Judge is a risk because he could tie it, but now you bring up Cody Bellinger as the go-ahead run.
You get your left-on-left matchup. Eric Lauer is left-handed. Cody Bellinger is a left-handed hitter.
On an 0-1, Bellinger cracks one to left center field. That is Lucas to make the catch, 2 out. Judge back to first. How about Eric Lauer? How about how this bullpen game is going for the Blue Jays? John Schneider pushing all the right buttons so far. They are a few innings away from their first trip to the championship series since 2016. It's Yariel Rodriguez, who retired all 4 men that he faced last night. On for Stanton. There goes Judge on a 3-1. It's ball 4. Judge is into second either way. And so the tying run is in scoring position on a walk for Giancarlo Stanton. He's on as the go-ahead run, and Jazz Chisholm Jr., who gave him the lead last night, comes up to the plate. Chisholm grounds one to second for Ernie Clement, and the Blue Jays are out of the 6th inning jam. They are 9 outs away from their first championship series trip in 9 years.
Cam Schlittler still on the hill right now for the New York Yankees. Their starter has been brilliant, limiting the Blue Jays to only 2 runs so far through 6 innings. He'll take on the bottom third of the Blue Jay order, looking to go 7.
Pop up. McMahon is over and stumbling makes the grab. He's been everything for the Yankees tonight. Wow.
And credit to the Yankees. They have played very solid defense in this game tonight. A number of good plays.
Shoots one to right center field. He's got another base hit. This guy's incredible.
Clement on first, and Andres Jimenez up. He also had a hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2.
Aaron Boone's going to have a tough decision with the next batter coming to the plate. And the reason I think it's a tough decision, he's had some really good swings. He led off the game with a double. He laced his last one for the sacrifice. And it'll be interesting to see what he does against Springer.
Hit up the middle and off of Chisholm into center. Clement races around second. He's into third. And moments after we praise the infield defense, Chisholm thinking about 2 before he got 1. Lets it slip into center.
Yeah, he took his eye off the ball just for a split second. Thought about the double play before he actually had possession of that baseball.
Cam Schlittler's second consecutive start with his team facing elimination. Goes into the 7th and has more than given him a chance to extend their season again.
And the new pitcher is Devin Williams. You can stop this right here.
Big spot for George Springer here. That is a gigantic run standing at third base in Ernie Clement.
It is a swing and a miss on a change and a stolen base for Jimenez. So he sticks with it and gets the strikeout. Jimenez gets the first stolen base of this series for either side. And Nathan Lucas comes up with 2 away.
Safe to say this is the at-bat for the Yankees season. And what I mean by that is the guy who's on deck you do not want to face, because one of 2 things is going to happen. That means the bases are loaded or 2 runs are already in.
And he lines it to left center field, a base hit. In to score Clement. Around third, Jimenez. The throw from Grisham cut off. 2-run single, Nathan Lucas. It's 4-1 Blue Jays in the 7th.
The Blue Jays did it, right? They got the big hit with 2 outs. And just as soon as you knew that that at-bat was going to be so huge for the Yankees' chances, not saying they can't come back.
And that error by Jazz Chisholm looms very large.
Payoff that Vlad takes low for ball 4.
Addison Barger does hit changeups well, but he hits hanging changeups over the heart of the plate. Let's see if Devin Williams gives him one of those.
Flipped into left field for Cody Bellinger. And we stretch at Yankee Stadium. But the Blue Jays add 2. You don't know if it's going to go to script, but this has had to have been pretty darn close to what you would draw up if you were John Schneider. A leadoff walk for Paul Goldschmidt. Even last night, it was 6-1 Toronto. We asked Aaron Boone today, be honest, what were you thinking at that point? And we'd have to bleep him out, but it was something along the lines of, oh no.
Yeah.
High fly ball, deep center field. Varsho back onto the track, just enough room. Wells gives it a ride, but it falls a little bit short. Anthony Volpe coming to the plate. Running out of chances to figure it out. He's 0 for 2 with 2 more Ks today. On a 1-1 pitch. Take strike 2. That's right where strike 3 called was his first time up.
There's a assistant coach giving some lessons from the crowd.
The 1-2. He does swing, but he comes up empty, strike 3. Yankees' only run in this game came off a Ryan McMahon home run, and Aaron Boone's going to pinch hit for McMahon right here. Instead of the lefty-lefty matchup. Cracks a line drive, base hit into center field. A pinch hit base hit for Rosario. Yankees get the tying run to the plate in the form of Trent Grisham. Grisham sends a high pop fly down the left field line. Jimenez is over. Jimenez is there, makes the catch, and ends the 7th. Well, the wind has played tricks on the Jays and the Yankees both in this series, but Jimenez able to stick with that one.
Camilo Doval is into the game for New York. Alejandro Kirk to hit. Blue Jays up 4-1 in the 8th.
Chopper down the line and a base hit. Rosario's in there instead of McMahon, and Kirk's able to get it by him and cruise into second with a leadoff double. And they can hardly watch as the defense continues to show cracks here.
Swing on a high fly ball, right field, going back Judge. He's got it measured. He's on the track, a step away from the wall, makes the catch, gets the ball back in. Kirk tags and moves up to third, standing, 1 out. He just missed getting that one out of the park.
Yep.
What a big add-on run this could be at third. Miles Straw will hit for the first time in the game, coming in defensively last inning. Poked right field, sinking, down for a base hit. Miles Straw delivers with an RBI single, and the Blue Jays lead 5-1 in the 8th inning.
What an approach from Miles Straw. My goodness, just trying to fight that pitch off and lift something to the outfield. That was a really nice slider off the plate away. Miles Straw going the other way. Didn't hit it all that hard.
It's 5-1 Toronto with Ernie Clement at the plate and 1 out.
Clement gets hit by 96. Everybody's saying calm down, and you can understand why you get hit in the head by 96. You're anything but that. Clement will take his base.
Bednar pitched yesterday and pitched very well in a 5-out save. He did not allow a base runner, punched out 2, and his other 3 outs were on the ground.
To short, backhand Volpe goes to second 1. Chisholm's throw to first is late. Jimenez flying up that line. Good pick by Goldschmidt to ensure that Schrock can't score.
Think of it this way: you got to fight, and you got 2 fighters going at it, and one's jabbing you, jabbing you, jabbing you, jabbing, and the other one's out looking for the knockout punch.
The 2-2. Runner goes from first to swing and a miss. That's strike 3. It's Aaron Judge to lead off the bottom of the 8th for the Yankees in a 5-1 game. They're down to their last 6 outs. So many times they've kept hopes alive over the last month. Judge breathed life into him last night with his game-tying home run, but here the deficit 4. He swings and misses for the first out of the 8th. 5-1 Toronto, 1 gone in the 8th.
Bellinger pops it up near the mound. Jimenez charging forward, called off by Clement right behind the mound. He makes the grab. 2 outs in this bottom of the 8th inning. 4 outs remaining for Blue Jays pitching overall.
How good has the bullpen been today? My goodness.
Swing on, hit up the middle, and that'll get in to center field for a base hit with 2 outs. Jazz needs a really good AB right here. He struck out, bounced into a double play, and weakly grounded out to second.
Fires the payoff and misses high. The Yankees with something bubbling here. 2 aboard with 2 gone in the 8th. And it's going to be Ben Rice to pinch hit for Paul Goldschmidt. John Schneider comes out of the dugout. He'll counter.
So let's see what happens here. Hoffman against Rice. Couple men aboard. Yankees down 5-1, trying to get the mojo back. Taking outside ball 4.
See, and here you go. You know, John Schneider has no place to go. You know, this is your closer on there.
Boy, here is Austin Wells.
And all of a sudden, the tying runs on.
Wells is 0 for 4, couple of strikeouts.
Hit high, left field, plenty of room for Miles Straw. He'll make the grab, and Hoffman strands the bases loaded. Blue Jays 5, Yankees 1. Game 4 of the ALDS, 3 outs away.
Well, here we go. Season on the brink right here for the Yankees. They're down 5-1, 3 outs to play with. 5-1 lead for Toronto. And Toronto is 3 outs away from the American League Championship Series. Going on, drive to the gap in right center field. That'll get down. 1 hop the fence. Dominguez, they will hold at second. A pinch hit double.
You're up by 4 runs, so that double truly doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that guy standing in the batter's box.
Fly to left center field. No big deal for Miles Straw. And he's got it for the first out of the 9th. Grisham had his best game of the postseason yesterday. Doubled, walked, scored a couple runs, but 0 for 4 today. On the ground right side, Guerrero with a backhand shovels it off to Hoffman, who's there for the second out.
Great play on the half slide, half dive by Vladdy, and a great cover by Hoffman. Dominguez to third, 2 outs. They're 1 out away.
That was an athletic play all the way around. Jeff Hoffman, like you said, doing a good job getting to first base quickly, catching that baseball on the run behind him.
The Yankees season comes down to this. Aaron Judge at the plate. 5-1 Blue Jays, 2 outs, bottom 9.
Cranked on the line to left field and off the wall. Aaron Judge bruises another baseball, knocks in another run. 5-2 in a series for the books here for Judge. My goodness.
The Blue Jays have not won a series since 2016 when they swept Texas to go to the ALCS. And 1 pitch away from sending the Blue Jays forward in the postseason. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Scream and flex from Hoffman. The Blue Jays are back in the ALCS for the first time since 2016. They down the Yankees in their own yard, and they're the first team in baseball's Final Four.
Yeah, a very sad ending to a Yankee season here in 2020. 25.
The Yankees battle back in Game 3, force this Game 4, but the Blue Jays get right back. And for the first time in 9 years, they'll play in the ALCS.